What happened to the Monaco side 4 years ago which shook the world, ending PSG's run of titles as well as Champions League semi-finalists? The side was looking deadly, but recent times they are struggling to stay in Ligue 1, and after losing the backbone of their title winning side, the team is looking a mess. So we are hopefully going to be rebuilding this side back to the golden days. So if you have had the pleasure of seeing one of my rebuilds before, there are a couple of rules we need to go over. The first is the objective, which is to take a team to Champions League glory. Up until that point, all games must be simulated, but we will eventually be playing in the Champions League final. There are no restrictions on the transfer front. They can be as realistic or unrealistic as I want. Keep in mind your favourite player could be sold during this rebuild. If I do, I apologise in advance. Make sure you enjoy the video and stay tuned for the next few. So our first looks at the squad, and it's hard to really make out. We've got some good players like Ben Yedder, like Martins, like Volland, like Lecomte, but they're all quite old. Martins isn't old. Golovin, I reckon he'll be good for us when I can finally get to him. Fabregas we're probably going to look to sell. I don't know really what we're going to do. I've got a few things that I think I'm probably going to do, but I'm not too sure beyond that. But I guess I'll bring guys back when we make some business. So with a departure here, guys, we have decided to sell Ruben Aguilar here to Leicester City for a fee of £18 million. With a departure here, guys, we have decided to sell the Spaniard Cesc Fabregas to Fiorentina. He is leaving us for the free of €4,650,000. So we have made our first signing here as part of Monaco. We have brought over a French talent here from the Bundesliga. We have signed Dan Axel Zagadou for a fee of £40 million, which is a very high fee, but hopefully he can be the cornerstone of our defence and hopefully rebuild us back to the glory days. So I've made a brand new signing here into the midfield. We have signed Lisandro Martinez here from Ajax for a fee of £28 million. The Argentine should be solid for us. He's valued at 30 mil for some reason, but we've picked him up for 28, so we've picked him up at a bargain. I still don't know why all these players are so expensive though. Like, a 78 rated shouldn't be costing me 28 mil, but I guess we'll just have to deal with that for the rest of the rebuild, but I guess I'll bring guys back if we make any more business. So over the departure here, guys, we have sold Fode Ballo-Touré to Getafe. The French fullback is leaving us for a fee of €5 million. So over the departure here, guys, we have sold Stevan Jovic. He's going to Ajax for a fee of £8 million. So over the departure here, guys, we have sold Jamison, the Brazilian centre-back. He's going to be joining Buenos Aires for a fee of €3.5 million. So over the departure here, guys, we have sold our goalkeeper Benjamin Lecomte for a fee of €21 million to Genk. We also have a pretty big departure here in Wissam Ben Yedder. I know I said he was a good player, but as you can see, he's hit 30 now, which means he's only going to decline. So I thought we'd best get as much money as possible for him. So we managed to acquire €58 million from him from Inter. So I have another departure here. Djibril Sidibe is leaving us to join Real Betis. He is going over to the Spanish League for a fee of €10 million. So we have signed a brand new striker here. We have signed Alexander Isak here. He's joining us from Real Sociedad for a fee of €50 million. The Swede is looking to be an absolute prospect, and hopefully he can grow and be an absolute monster for us in the future. So we have signed our brand new goalkeeper. We have signed Kepa here from Chelsea. The Spaniard has had a rough time since joining Chelsea, and hopefully now we can bring him back and hopefully he can develop into a world-class talent. He's 25 years old, but being a goalkeeper, the development should impact him a lot more and decrease should not affect him as much. So hopefully we can still get him to maybe like 90 rated, but we don't know. We'll just have to see how he develops under us. But obviously Kepa, the Spaniard, is joining us to be our brand new #1 goalkeeper. So I've decided to loan out Chao Enrique. He's going out on a 1-year loan move to Aston Villa. There's also an option to buy in the deal, so hopefully Villa will decide to buy him at the end of the season and hopefully gain us some more funding. So at the end of the first transfer window, we have spent 163 mil, as well as getting rid of 128 mils worth of players, so it's been quite a very active window. This is how our starting 11 is looking. It's strong in some areas, but there's a lot of room to grow in other areas. As you can see, the likes of Isaac, Martinez, Zagadou and Kepa, they should all continue to grow alongside the squad. Florentino's only on loan, so we're probably going to have to look for a new midfielder next season. Onyekuru, I reckon he'll be fine for maybe, at least for this season, but we may need to look to pick up some defensive reinforcements in January, depending on how players are growing, but I guess I'll bring you guys back in January then. So, halfway through the season, and we are sitting in third, which is much higher than what I expected us to be in. I'm assuming that means we've had some growth in some of our players, but Strasbourg are in fourth. That's quite surprising, but obviously PSG at the top. But Marseille are actually the ones who are unbeaten, but we've still got quite a battle ahead of us. Hopefully we can hold out and maybe push for Champions League football next season, but I'm not too sure. But I guess I'll bring you guys back if we make any signings. So we have got a departure here, guys, and Guillermo Maripan was unsettled at the club and he has departed. Atalanta have forked out his release clause of 11.8 million euros, which is more than what I would have reckoned we got if we just tried to transfer list him, so can't really complain about that one. Hopefully now we can make a few more departures and hopefully bring in a solid centre back. So we have another departure here, guys. We have sold Youssouf Fofana. He is going to join Valencia for a fee of 8 million euros. So we have another departure. We have sold Youssef Ait Benasser. The Moroccan midfielder is leaving us. He is moving to Turkey. He is going to play for Galatasaray for a fee of 6 million euros. So here is what I would reckon our final departure will be this window. We have sold Samuel Grandsir. The French player is leaving us. He is joining Hoffenheim for a fee of 5.2 million euros. So we have signed a brand new centre-back, guys. We have signed Nico Elvedi from Borussia Mönchengladbach. The Swiss centre-back is joining Zertco for 30 million euros, which is quite a hefty fee. But hopefully the Swiss can repay the faith in the money we spent on him. 24 years old, 79 rated, can still grow a bit. If he doesn't grow enough, we can obviously sell him off and make some more money, but I'm hoping that he can be with us for a long duration for the remainder of the rebuild, hopefully, but never know how it turns out. But I guess I'll bring you guys back if we make any more signings. So due to the fact that we had made a ton of departures, we needed to bring in some backup, so we have signed Landry Di Matta here, the Belgian striker, joining us here from Anderlecht for a fee of 6 million euros. So at the end of the January transfer window, we have spent 36 million and got rid of 31 mil worth of players. This is how our starting 11 is looking. Isaac already in 84, and Zagadou and Martinez both in 82. Golovin also in 82, Kepa in 83 now. Hopefully Elvedi can grow some more throughout this season. Same for Onyekuru, he's now at 79. Obviously Florentino's only here on loan, so we're probably going to need to look towards improving in the defensive mid-role next season. But other than that, guys, I guess I'll bring you back at the end of the season. So at the end of the season, we end up finishing in 4th, just missing out on Champions League qualification by goal difference. What a lovely story that should be. Well, as you can see, we finished in 4th, so we finished quite highly for our first season. Hopefully, we can do a bit better next season. And for some reason, we were in the Europa League this season, and I'm not too sure why that was, but it gave us a chance to win some silverware. I want to see how we got on. So we made it through. We won Feyenoord on aggregate in the round of 16. We beat Leeds. Why were Leeds in the Europa League? Okay, so apparently us and Leeds are both in the Europa League. Well, we won 4-3 on aggregate there. Oh, we got knocked out in the quarterfinals to Ajax. And then the final still needs to be played between them, but hey, hopefully we can do a bit better next season. So guys, we have picked up a brand new centre defensive midfielder for our squad this season. Obviously Florentino is only on loan, so we have signed Dennis Zakaria here, another Swiss from Mönchengladbach joining the side. We've signed him for 50 million euros. I don't know why we're able to pick him up so cheap. I think his contract must have been expiring, but that doesn't concern me. What does concern me is the fact that now our midfield looks absolutely stacked. Hopefully we can improve in some other areas, but I'm not really too sure what we need to improve on at the minute. So I guess bring you guys back if we do make any more business. Departure here, guys. We have decided to sell Kevin Volland. The German striker is leaving us and going back to his homeland. He's going to be playing for RB Leipzig, and he's leaving us for a fee of 50 million euros. We have another departure here, guys. We have decided to sell, I'm going to say Jorge, because it's Brazilian, but we've sold the left back here. He's going to be joining Lazio for a fee of 20 million euros. Up a brand new player here. We have signed Sergio Reguilon from Tottenham, the Spanish left back who we will be converting to play as our new left mid. He's joined us here for 70 million euros and it's quite a hefty fee, but he's a decent player and hopefully he can grow, because with him gives us a bit more security, because obviously with us playing three at the back, the wingers are more defensive and plays wing backs, but hopefully now with him helping it in attack and defence, our side should be really strong. For the purchase here guys, we have sold Jean Edouez Ahulo. The Ivorian midfielder is leaving us and he's joining Rennes for a fee of 8 million euros. Purchase here guys, we have sold Antonio Barreca, the Italian left back is leaving us and he is joining Lille for a fee of 5 million euros. So we have decided to sell Pele, no not the Brazilian one, the Guinean one. He is leaving us, he's joining Sheffield United for a fee of 2.2 million euros. Going over the pod here guys, we have decided to sell Henry Onyekuru, the Nigerian midfielder is leaving us and he is joining Arsenal for a fee of 44 million euros. So guys, we have made our brand new striker signing here. We have signed Gonçalo Guedes here from Valencia, the Portuguese left midfielder who we will be converting to striker as it's one of his secondary positions. He's joining us at the club for a fee of 76 million euros and it's quite a hefty fee, but I'm hoping that he can repay the faith of him, and is a Portuguese left mid who can also play striker. Could it be a potential future Ronaldo for us? So we've had a very active transfer window. We have spent nearly 200 million in this window, bringing in Zakaria, Reguilon as well as Guedes. We have got rid of quite a few of our players as well, so this is how it's cost looking. Obviously the formation is a bit naffed at the minute, but that's because I'm still waiting on Reguilon's position to change, but it should be back to normal soon. As you can see, Isaac's at 87 now, and we just need a bit more growth from players. But I guess I'll bring you guys back in January. So halfway through the season, and we are actually in first. We are winning the league currently, halfway through the season. We are beating PSG, we're ahead by 2 points on them, but hopefully we can maintain our lead. But I'm really just focused on pushing for Champions League football this season. We ended up in Europa League last season, but hopefully we can make a push for the Champions League this season. I guess I'll bring you guys back if any business is made. Unfortunately, due to the summer window, we have no money remaining, so we've not been able to do any signings. This is how our starting 11 is starting to look though now. A new centre back needed next season, but apart from that, our squad is looking really strong, and say we're only in the second season, this is a very strong looking side. Martins has now gone up to an 86. I was thinking I might need to look for a replacement for him at the start of it, but if he keeps growing like he is, then I don't see a need to get rid of him. Hopefully we can have a bit more growth from Martinez, Golovin and Guedes, as well as Elvedi, just to push them up to maybe 88s, but like I said, the new centre-back definitely needed to replace Disasi, but I guess I'll bring you guys back at the end of the season. So guys, we have through an upset in the works. We have won Liga and we finished 10 points clear of PSG, only picking up 2 losses throughout the entire season. Our squad is looking really strong now, and hopefully now with the addition of extra funding for next season, we should be able to win it again next season. But we've got Champions League football, so hopefully this means that we can push deep in it for next season as well. So guys, we even won the Coupe Nationale. I'm not sure if that's like the French League Cup is what I'm assuming it is, but hopefully everything goes to plan and we end up winning it again next season. So we're in the Europa League this season due to finishing 4th last season. I'm just not too sure how we got on, so we'll see how we do. Where are we? In the round of 32 we beat Ghent 5-0 in aggregate. We then beat Ajax. We got our revenge on Ajax in the round of 16, winning 4-2 on aggregate. And then we lost in the quarterfinals to Man United 3-2, who then went on to win the entire tournament. So we lost to the eventual champions, but hopefully we can put on more of a fight in Europe next season. Hopefully I'll see you guys at the start of season 3. So we have made our first signing of the window, and we have signed Lucas Hernandez here from Barcelona. The French centre-back is joining us at a fee of 80 million euros. Once again, it's a very big fee, but he's a very good player and I can see him being part of our defence. alongside the likes of Zagadou and Elvedi, and just protecting Kepa, and hopefully with him there now we can make a nice deep run in the Champions League. We were actually unable to make any more signings this window, and I didn't really want to sell anybody, so we've just brought in Hernandez, and that's the only business we've done this window. As you can see, this is how our starting 11 is starting to look now. We just need the likes of Hernandez and Elvedi to grow a bit more, same for Martins and Golovin, but I could see maybe a bunch of our players hitting the 90s this season. We've got Isaac, who is already now a 90, but the likes of Guedes, Martinez and Kepa, they should all probably be hitting the 90s this season as well. So I guess I'll bring you guys back when we find our Champions League group. So we've been dealt quite a difficult group here, guys. We've been drawn with Man United as well as Atalanta. Sparta Prague are also a pretty decent side, so we've been dealt quite a difficult group here. I still expect us to get through, but I don't think it'll be very easy. So we managed to get through, guys. We won the group. We finished in first with 15 points. We won 5 of our games and lost 1, but Manchester United also making it through. So let's see who we find in the round of 16. We've been drawing against Dortmund. That could be quite a difficult game because they should still have the likes of Sancho, probably Haaland as well, so it's going to be a pretty difficult game, but hopefully we can hold them out and maybe grab a few away goals. But I guess I'll bring you guys back halfway through the season. So coming up to January, we are in first. We are only 1 point ahead of PSG though, so it's going to be, looks at the moment like it'll be a closer title race than last season, but I still have faith in the team that we can push for the title again, and hopefully we can push deep in the Champions League as well. Unfortunately, there was no new signings in this window due to our lack of funding. This is our starting 11 though going into the Champions League knockout rounds. Hopefully we can push deep into it this season. We could potentially win it with our starting 11. We've got a lot of players in the 90s now. We just need the likes of Martins, Regulion and Elvedi and Hernandez to grow. But I still suspect us to put up a pretty decent game against Dortmund, so I guess bring you guys back at the Signal Iduna Park. So we've got the first leg here. Hopefully we can nick a few away goals and defend pretty well, because they are going to have a strong side out of a Sancho, Haaland, Jesus. So I mean, they're playing a Serbian midfield. Can't say I condone that, but oh, we got a 3-0 win. I thought it was going to be a much closer hoop. So Keita Balde, he came on and he scored. Who else scored for us? Zakaria and Golovin, but we absolutely dominated. Wow. Serbia picked up our card, so he won't be in the second leg, which does make our job a little bit easier. Hopefully now, with this push, we can make it through to the next stage. But I guess we'll bring you guys back when we have the home leg. So we have a 3-0 advantage going into this home leg, but we still need to be careful because sometimes career mode can be a bit stupid. They seem to be playing a bit of a strong side now with Brandt in, who I assume is obviously a lot better than a Serbi, but I still reckon we should be going through here. Pick up a 2-1 win, so it was a closer game, but we're still through. We won 5-1 on aggregate, which is a pretty decent result considering how strong Dortmund's team is in some areas. But I guess we'll bring guys back when we find out our next opponent. So we've been drawn against Atletico Madrid here in the quarterfinals, which once again are a strong side, but I mean, all the teams that are left here are strong sides. There are 4 English sides here though, so once again, there's a lot of problems we could come up against even if we do make it through. The likes of Real Madrid and Barcelona still hovering around does scare me a bit, but hopefully some of the English teams can knock them out. So I guess I'll bring you guys back when we are at the away leg. So after the away leg first again, which I do like because it means that we can grab a few away goals and put pressure on the other team. Their side is looking strong. The likes of João Felix should be extremely high rated, as well as Oblak. But I'm hoping the likes of Kepa can keep some good shots out, and the likes of Isaac and Guedes can score us some goals. We've got a 3-1 win away from home. That was great, who scored Guedes with a brace, and also Isaac scored. We obviously had more shots, but it could have easily gone quite differently. We didn't dominate as much as we did in Dortmund, but hopefully we can still make it through with a decent display at home. So going into the second leg, we have got a 2-goal advantage on them. so I can definitely see us going through. We just really need to see how it goes. They've got Ake playing this time, but we should still be going through really. Yeah, another 3-1 win. I wasn't really too surprised by that result because we're basically through from the first leg. But I guess I'll bring you guys back when I find out our next opponent. So from one Madrid side to another, we have been drawn against Real Madrid here in the semi-finals, which are a strong side. It's an English affair in the semi-finals, Liverpool versus Chelsea. So I guess I'll bring you guys back when we have the first leg. The home leg first in our semi-final match against Real Madrid here. I'm assuming they're going to have a very strong side. We are missing Guedes through suspension, unfortunately, so Keita Balde is going to be playing ahead of him. Vinicius Junior, Jonathan David, Rodrigo Valverde, Odegaard. Yeah, they've got a very strong side. They have a very strong side indeed. We get a 1-0 win though. That is going to be crucial going into the away leg now. Them not getting an away goal puts us in a great position. Realistically, as long as we score in the away leg, that should put us through. But I guess I'll bring you guys back when we're at the Bernabeu. So in the final, guys, it will be us versus Liverpool. This is going to be quite an interesting final. Who did Liverpool beat? They beat Chelsea 6-2 on aggregate in order to progress to the final. So I guess I'll bring you guys back at the end of the season. So guys, we actually missed out on the title. We missed out on him by a single point. PSG have taken it back from us, but we've still got the chance of winning the Champions League this season. So we actually won the trophy champ at the start of the season. We beat PSG on penalties. So our final overall look at the squad before we get into this final. We have got depth, I'll say that, but we haven't got a lot of depth in the right areas. We've obviously got our starting 11, which is absolutely insane, but when it comes to some of the positions, our squad depth is kind of thin. But hopefully we were fine because we didn't pick up any injuries, but with the likes of Isaac earning 95 and Guedes at 93, hopefully our front line can carry us in this final. So I guess I'll bring you guys back when we are in the game. So we're kicking off here, guys. We are kicking off first. We're here against Liverpool in the final. Should be a very interesting game, but I'm not really too sure how the game's going to go on. Oh, that's not good. We just nearly gave it away. But as you can see, guys, Liverpool have got a pretty strong squad, but but hopefully we can still come out on top. But I guess I'm back when something interesting happens. Chance here, Regulon to shoot. He hits the ball. Chance here, Guedes plays it through his Isaac. Good save from Alisson. Guedes has the ball out wide here. Crosses it in, back stick. Isaac should win that. Knocks it back. Golovin! Picked up in midfield here. Martins plays it as Guedes. Plays it through. Golovin plays over the top for Regulon to strike! And that's 1-0! It's what we've deserved. We've been piling on the pressure on Liverpool. It was only a matter of time. A lovely piece of play. Lovely touch. And a lovely volley past Alisson. What a goal. Ball whipped in. Isaac from the corner. It's 2-0 already. Not too long after the first goal, we had a chance. Saved. It wasn't the best of shots, but from the corner, we've scored. We've got another chance here. Ball played through his Guedes as he got the beating of Eric Dyer. Takes it on his right foot and it's blocked, but we still have it with Regulon. Oh, a tackle from his former compatriot. Ball played over the top here. Guedes, can he run onto it? Can he score? No, he can't. It's a great save from Alisson. What about the rebound? It's cleared by Dyer. Golovin with the ball here. Plays it out wide for Gelson Martins to run onto. Ball drilled in. Isaac. It's free. Liverpool surely looking out of it. Surely they can't do an Istanbul and turn this around on us in the second half. But there's another goal. Simple finish for Isaac here. And Liverpool look in big trouble. Another long ball forward here, but it looks like Alisson's going to get onto it before the end of the first half. That marks the end of the first half. We're going in with a 3-0 advantage, so Liverpool have got a lot of work to do in the second half, but I can still see us maintaining this lead. Regulon out wide here. Crossed in is Lisandro Martinez. Just wide. Ball drawn across is Regulon. Skies it. Okay, I was not expecting that. Liverpool pull one back through Jordan Henderson. I really thought that we were going to defend that, but apparently not. The former skipper, by the looks of it, has been stripped of his armband, but comes on to make a difference for Liverpool here. It's a lovely ball crossed in from Robertson, I'm pretty sure, yeah. And Henderson just gets in between the two defenders, and not much Kepa can do about that. And just been bodied there by Regulon. Here's Isaac. Tackles Guedes. Plays it, here's Zakaria. With the long shot. It's a good save from Alisson. We're always looking deadly from corners with Isaac in the box. Ball's crossed in. Can he make to it? He can. He's hit the ball. And it's just cleared by Virgil. Zakaria has the ball. Dribbles past Fabinho. Got Martins running down, but it's gone to Isaac instead. Isaac with the ball through the middle. Here's Golovin. What an awkward finish, but it's a great finish. The technique was a bit questionable, but the end product was absolutely fantastic. How did he... I mean, that's a great goal. Lovely piece of play. Great pass across from Isaac. Just takes a touch. And then hits it with the inside of his left foot into the top corner past Alisson. Look at that. Beautiful. Got the ball again here. Martinez plays it to Martins. It's Gelson Martins. Can the Portuguese do anything? Oh, he's tempted to chip it, but it's a good save from Al. It's nearly full time here. Ball played over the top here. Can Isaac get onto it? He can't, unfortunately, but it's over now. It's all over. We've won. We beat Liverpool 4-1, which is quite a heavy scoreline, but you can't say we didn't deserve it. Liverpool scoring their only shot on target, but we've won in the end. That's all that really matters. I've enjoyed this rebuild. It was quite short. I expected it to be a bit longer, but our players grew really quickly. Isaac managed to hit a 95 rated in the third season, so there wasn't really much that we could do about it. Liverpool didn't really stand a chance in this final, but I have to bring you guys back at the next rebuild.